motivation when you're starting out on your fitness journey. So it can be hard to kind of build the habit of working out or finding motivation when you're just starting out. Some tips that helped me were the psychological effects that I got from working out. I mentally started feeling better, started having more confidence, started having more resilience. My sleep patterns got way better. I was able to actually sleep through the night. My issues with insomnia pretty much went away completely when I started working out. There's some tricks you can do. It can kind of seem daunting at first when you get into working out or when you start going to the gym. You start comparing yourself to other people, which is the worst thing that you can do. Not just in fitness, but just in general with anything in life. We're all on our own path. Some people get there quicker than others, but you don't know what they had to do to get there, and it's important not to judge anybody, So, as cliche as it sounds, the only person you should be competing with is yourself, and celebrate the little gains that you make, along the way. You're not gonna achieve those goals of yours overnight. So enjoy the process and set smaller goals within larger goals that you can celebrate. Psychological benefits from it were huge for me, for allowing me to build this habit and acquire motivation. Also, just the gains that I made physically as well. As slow as they were, being a natural, I still was seeing changes in my body. Pretty radical changes, especially those first couple of years of lifting weights. I saw radical changes with those newbie gains. Taking progress pics can help, buying new clothes that actually fit you, depending if you're trying to lose or gain weight. That helps with motivation as well. Just learning to enjoy the process of working out. There's a lot to it, and I think some of it gets talked about. Everyone generally knows the physical benefits of working out, and whether that's losing weight or gaining muscle or losing fat. But there's a whole list of psychological benefits that help, that have allowed me to continue lifting weights and working out all these years later. The physical gains come much slower the deeper you get into working out. But those psychological gains stay just as strong as they did as day one. Another thing, it really allowed me to kind of look at the insecurities that I had, in life, and those came up, when I was working out, and why I had those insecurities in the first place, maybe where I acquired those insecurities, and I was able to get through those insecurities, push past them. You can use weightlifting as a good analogy for life, pushing through the weight and pushing through in life, carrying on even when things are hard. So it taught me resilience, It also just brought me back into my body to where, I realized I wasn't treating my body like the temple that it is. I was kind of treating it like trash, and I think the body should be treated like a temple. One thing that people get when they're starting out, they think they kind of have to do these, crash diets or really radical diets, and I do not recommend those, actually. I would rather you make small changes in your diet and build on those small changes until, before you know it, you have made radical changes. but nothing like crash diets or, you know, even totally avoiding the foods that you enjoy. You know, life is meant to be enjoyed, and so I don't think, like for me, it's pizza. I love pizza, you know, especially like a good New York sliced pizza. Oh man. So like I'm gonna have pizza every now and then, you know. But the point is now it's a moderation thing, you know. I'm not gonna have pizza every day. But it also makes that pizza even more special when I do decide to eat it, you know. So I think, you know, incorporating cheat days or cheat meals, cheat days. I like cheat days where it's just the whole day I eat whatever I want. Incorporate those into your diet. There's no reason you should be restricting yourself from the foods that you enjoy, just because you think it's going to help you, you know, overall. And so, you know, still work on your diet, but allow yourself to have foods that you enjoy as well. I know a lot of my friends that's candy, and so, you know, go ahead and eat that candy. You know, I've personally transitioned to fruit to get my sweets off, but you know, if it's somebody's birthday or, you know, I'm gonna have a slice of cake. Like I'm not restricting myself to the point where I'm not enjoying the foods that I eat. You know, people get kind of mechanical with their diet, and they think chicken and rice that's it, and everything else is bad for you. And you know, I don't agree with that. I think it's okay to eat foods that you enjoy. You know. And just making small adjustments with your diet as you go. The point of a diet for me, you know, I don't even like that word, but the point of nutrition is to kind of get in a zone where you can maintain that long term or even forever. You know, the diets where it's like, okay, I'm going to do this for a month and then go back. You're just going to bounce back to where you were before that, you know, physically and even psychologically. You know, a lot of what you put into your body food-wise affects your mood, affects your mind too, not just your body. So, you know, I think it's important to make smaller adjustments and then turn it into a lifestyle. You know, a quote that I like is make fitness a part of your life, but don't make it your life. And you know what I mean by that is kind of what I've been talking about, is don't let it completely overrun and control your life to where you are, you know, no longer able to enjoy time with friends or enjoy a relationship or, you know, eat certain foods. You know, I don't think that's the way to go about it. And I think that's where a lot of people get discouraged, is they feel it's an all or nothing mentality. And I'm telling you guys, it's not. You can make small adjustments, you know, small changes. Still eat the foods that you enjoy. Still go out with your friends. You know, unless you're like a super serious competitor, bodybuilder, which I would imagine the majority of the people watching this are not. You don't need to make it your whole life, right? Just make it a part of your life, and you will see radical changes, you know, physically and mentally. Yeah, so, you know, talked about not comparing yourself to other people, you know. And take progress pictures, even if it's just for yourself. You know, I go back and look at some of the old progress pictures I took, and I'm like, man, I wish I would have taken more, because it's amazing how much the body changes when you make changes, you know, whether that's with your diet or your fitness regimen, whatever it may be, the body will change, you know, pretty radically. The problem is most individuals, they don't see it because they see themselves every day. So those changes, you know, they add up, but they're minuscule. It's not until you are around someone that maybe hasn't seen you in a year that gets shocked by the way you look, you know. So I think progress pictures can be motivating. Understanding that, you know, this is a journey, right? It's about the journey, not the destination. So get excited about the journey itself. That's why I preach, you know, learning to love to work out on this channel. It's not something that I think should be looked at as a chore or something that you hate doing, I think you can learn to love it. And it may take some mind shifts, some thinking shifts, but perspective is a powerful thing, and it can be changed. You can change your perspective on anything, and so I implore you to change it when it comes to working out, and really look at it as something that is a blessing and something that you get to do, not something that you have to do. Another thing that helped me with motivation when I was just starting out is I noticed I could take my daily stresses that I was having with any random thing, just life in general, and I could allow working out in the gym to be an outlet for that. Whether I was stressed about social stuff or financial stuff or work-related stuff, relationship-related stuff, family-related stuff, I was able to put all that into my lifts, into the gym, and it helped, and so seeing how that helped me, I was able to now, all these years later, still lifting, still working out, I still am able to channel things through my workouts. It's not a replacement for therapy, but it is therapeutic, so I think, working out is for everybody, and even if you are completely content with the way your body looks, most people, I think, would change the way that they feel. That there's always room for improvement in terms of how they feel. So I think working out in the gym can help with that, and it's helped me with that. That was one of the key things that kept me motivated. It was just the way it made me feel after I finished my workout, and that sense of accomplishment that I got from it. So I got to get my boy to bed, but thank you for listening.